compressors, EQs, reverbs, delays, and more. In this video, I'm looking at 30 of the best free VST effects plugins available right now. And this video is sponsored by DistroKid. They make it easy for you to get your music onto Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all of the popular online music stores, and you get to keep 100% of the royalties. I'm Zane. Welcome to Audio Tech TV, where it's my goal to help you conquer the tech so you can unleash your creative beast. And I've included links down in the description to all of the plugins mentioned in this video. And first up on the list is Szechuan Saturator from Coda Labs. It has a nice user interface with simple, straightforward controls, and what makes this plugin really cool is the addition of the modulation with your saturation, which can really make something dull sound exciting and new. Put this on a dull pad or a bass and listen to it transform your sound. Coda Labs Szechuan Saturator is available on Mac and Windows. Next on the list is Kolin from Analog Obsession. This is based on vintage Varimue style limiters that were very popular in the 50s and 60s. You can adjust the attack and release, it has a mix knob, high pass filter, and it can be used in sidechain mode, so it takes that classic design and brings it into the modern music production world. You can get Analog Obsession Kolin on Mac and Windows.
Friday night and you're mad at me again. If you were the queen of hearts, I'd be off with my head, oh yeah. I don't know what I said, I don't know what I did, but you think I should be bowing to your feet, oh yeah.
Next on the list is the first guitar effect plugin on this list. It's IK Multimedia's Amplitube Custom Shop. Now, the free version of the Amplitube is called Custom Shop, and it gives you 39 gear models, which includes 5 amps and 6 cabinets with 16 impulses per speaker. Plus, you get 10 stomp boxes and rack effects. You can also add gear from their built-in shop, and it's very easy to do that if you wanted. You can use this in live situations or for recording, and it can also be used in standalone mode. So if you don't want to learn DAW software and you just want to play guitar, this one's going to work for you. And it even has built-in multi-track recording, so you can record your playing if you wanted to. You can get Amplitube Custom Shop on Mac and Windows. The next free VST effect plugin is Frontier from D16 Group. Now, D16 makes some great plugins, and this one is no exception. It gives you an easy-to-use compressor plugin that has a great-looking interface. You can get a subtle transparent limiting effect, or it can be used more aggressively. You do have to register a user account on their website in order to activate it, but it's completely free to do that, and it was very easy to do. You can get Frontier on Windows and Mac. Alright, before I get into the next free VST effect plugin on the list, I just want to ask if you're enjoying this video so far, getting some value out of it, can you please hit that thumbs up button? It really helps my channel out and I appreciate it so much. Now, the next free VST effect plugin on the list is TLS 1295 from Brook Tales. This is an Opto LA2A style compressor and it sounds very nice. It does add some modern features to the classic LA2A design. You can adjust the saturation level, envelope timing, dry mix controls, and there's a sidechain high pass filter. If you're looking for that classic LA2A style and you're on a tight budget, give the TLS 1295 compressor a try. It's available on Windows and Mac. Next up is Valhalla Supermassive. This is a reverb and delay plugin that's capable of so many different sounds, and it can likely be your one and only reverb plugin and maybe even delay plugin. Valhalla Supermassive has over 10 modes, and each of those modes has its own character and sound. The user interface is nice and clean, plus you get a ton of presets with it. You can get Valhalla Supermassive on Windows and Mac. Next on the list is another free VST effect plugin from Analog Obsession. This is Buster. This one is an extremely easy to use and versatile bus compressor. It's similar to an SSL style compressor. Use it on your drum bus, mix bus, or wherever you want. Buster will give you a nice subtle compression that can glue your tracks together, or you can get creative with it and crush your tracks if you really wanted to. You even have a sidechain option with this compressor. Analog Obsession Buster is available on Windows and Mac. When you're ready to release your music to the public, DistroKid makes it very easy for you to get it onto Spotify, iTunes, and all of the major online music stores, plus many smaller ones as well. They'll even get it onto YouTube, where it will be monetized instantly. So there's no need for the 1,000 subscribers or anything like that. You can even go over and claim the channel as an official artist channel and make it look a little more professional. Then you can start sharing those videos with your fans, friends, family, and start making money instantly from your music. And the cool thing is, DistroKid gives you 100% of the royalties. It just costs $20 a year to be a member, and if you use the link down in the description, you'll save 7% off of that. So don't hold back, release some music this year, and get DistroKid to help you get it out there to the masses. Now back into the free VST effects plugins. This is Nova EQ from Tokyo Dawn Labs. If you watched the video where I mixed a song using only free plugins, you would have noticed that I put this plugin on pretty much every track. It's super easy to use and has a great spectrum analyzer that can be set for input, output, or sidechain. And there's also dynamic controls for each band, which makes this plugin a must-have free EQ. You can get TDR Nova on Windows and Mac. Next up is more of a bundle of plugins that are geared towards guitar. This is the Ignite Emissary amp and the NADIR Impulse Response plugin from STL Tones. With the Emissary amp, you get a great modern guitar amp that really excels at heavier styles of music. Emissary can deliver modern distortions or nice bright cleans, plus all that overdriven crunchy goodness that's in between. It sounds great and it's very easy on your CPU. It also comes bundled with the NADIR plugin, which is a terrific IR loader that includes some decent cabinet sims with it. So not only do you get the amp head, you also get the cabinet that's very flexible. You can get the Emissary bundle on Windows and Mac. This next free VST plugin is another compressor plugin that's based on classic hardware. This is the Royal Compressor Secondhand from United Plugins. This is a very nice Varimuse style compressor plugin, and in order to get the second-hand version, which is the free version, you just need to download the demo of the full version, and when the demo runs out, it automatically turns into the second-hand version, which does limit it a little bit, but the limitations also simplify its use, and it's still very usable and sounds great. You can get Royal Compressor on Mac and Windows. The next free VST effect plugin is Magic Switch from Baby Audio. This is a module that's taken from the Baby Audio Super VHS plugin. The module itself is based on the chorus effect that's found on classic Juno synthesizers. It's extremely easy to operate. You have a button that turns it on and off, and then you have a mix control. So turn it on and let the magic of this widening effect go to work. You can get Magic Switch for free on Windows and Mac. Next on the list is IVGI from Klanghelm. IVGI is a saturation plugin that can deliver very soft and subtle saturation that can work great on the master bus like a tape effect, but it can also deliver dense and dirty distortion effects to single tracks as well. IVGI saturation is available on Windows and Mac. The next free VST effect is a bass amp sim. This is Bass Deluxe from Lost in 70s. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, you'll know that this is my favorite bass amp plugin, free or not. It's a tube bass amp with 2 channels that are easily switchable, plus you also have a pedal board with your typical bass effects, and there's a cabinet simulation section with several options to choose from, and you can either have the cabinets on or off. You can get Bass Deluxe on both Windows and Mac. Here's another free VST effect from Analog Obsession. This time it's an EQ. This is Rare SE. This one's based on the classic Pultec style EQ, which I'm a huge fan of, and this plugin does a great job at emulating it. One of the things that I really like about Pultecs is they can be used all over the place, and Analog Obsession's Rare SE is no different. You can choose to link the left and right knobs together, so any changes you make to one side will happen to the other, which can be great if you're using this in stereo and you want both channels to get the same effect. And this also offers mid-side processing capabilities as well. You can get the Analog Obsession Rare SE on Windows and Mac. Next up is Valhalla FreqEcho. This one is a frequency shifter that's combined with an analog style echo. Use FreqEcho for flanging and phasing effects, plus dub echoes and a variety of psychedelic effects. You also get low cut and high cut filters to help you shape your delay sound even more. Valhalla FreqEcho is available on Mac and Windows.
There ain't no telling with you. There ain't no telling where you're at.
The next plugin on the list is Burier from Kit Plugins. This is a fairly straightforward saturation plugin that can be used throughout your mix, including on your mix bus. You have high cut and low cut controls, then the Burier control for the saturation. There's also a dry mix knob and output. Plus you have the link switch, which automatically compensates the output gain for the added gain from the plugin itself. Burier is available on Mac and Windows. The next free VST effect is TDR Molotok from Tokyo Dawn Labs. This is a very nice compressor plugin. You can use it on buses or on individual tracks, and it's going to sound great. If you want a transparent compressor, this isn't the one for you, as it does color your track a bit. But if you do want to add some nice harmonic character to your tracks, download TDR Molotok. You can get it on Windows and Mac.
Hey girl, you're looking regular. Opping for your friend, can I go to bed with her? With you I have been, but I haven't been with her. You know how I am, can you put in a good word?
Next up is Diablo Lite from Cymatics. Diablo Lite is pretty much designed for the specific purpose of adding life to drums, 808 kits, and kicks. But you can try this out on other sources as well. The user interface is pretty cool looking and it's easy to use. And when used on 808 kicks, it really gives them some thump. Cymatics Diablo Lite is available on Mac and Windows. The next free VST effect plugin is the GSI Varispeed tape delay. This is an emulation of a vintage tape delay unit. You have the ability to adjust the speed of the motor, and you'll notice the animation of the motor changes too, so you can get that full classic feel. You can get simple delay effects from this one, or huge crazy delay sounds. The GSI Varispeed tape delay is available on Mac and Windows. The next free plugin is another guitar amp sim. This is Boogex from Voxengo. It doesn't focus on the fancy user interface like other plugins do, it just delivers great quality amp sounds. It includes some decent presets plus a cabinet sim that you can turn on and off, and you can even load your own IRs into it. It also comes with several impulse responses too. Plus there's a reverb section, and if you don't care for those fancy user interfaces of most guitar amp sims, give Voxengo Boogex a try. It's available on Mac and Windows. Next up is MJUC JR from Klanghelm. This is a compressor plugin that's based on the classic Varimuse style compressor, and it's a slimmed down version of the Klanghelm MJUC plugin. But just because it's slimmed down doesn't mean it can't deliver on sound. It's fairly easy to use. You have 2 knobs and a 3-position timing switch, and you can get this one on Mac and Windows. The next free VST effect plugin is Choral Baxter from Acustica Audio. This is an EQ plugin that features AI deep learning technology. and this enables you to shape your tracks effortlessly. It's not a surgical EQ, but you can use Choral Baxter on drums, guitars, and full mixes to give them a gentle hi-fi shine without making it too harsh or sterile. You can get Choral Baxter on Windows and Mac.
Guitars, writing songs about wars and cars. Punk rock was a thing back then. Sometimes I hear a track and it takes me right back to those days that never seem to end. How I wish I could go back to.
Next up is Sabrina Reverb from We Love Walter. This reverb is rich and smooth. The interface is extremely simple, so you shouldn't have any trouble dialing in your sound, and you also get some LFO modulation controls to help the reverb sit perfectly in the mix. Currently, We Love Walter's Sabrina Reverb is only available on Windows. Next on the list is the BPB Saturator. It's an easy to use plugin, and I add this one quite often just because of how quick and easy it is to dial in a great sound. You can use BPB Saturator to warm up synth sounds, vocals, drums, or even throw it on your mix bus if you want to. You can get BPB Saturator on Mac and Windows. The next free VST is Fresh Air from Slate Digital. This is an easy-to-use plugin that can help to remove muddiness from your vocals, master, drums, or wherever you need to remove muddiness from. And just so you know, you must have an iLok account to use this one, but it is free to set up an iLok account, and you don't need the actual dongle, but you will need an internet connection as it does use the cloud. You can get Slate Digital Fresh Air on Mac and Windows.
Friday night and it's off with my head. If you're looking for a reaction, you won't find it here. 'Cause I don't care. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I did. Do you think I should be bowing to your feet? Oh yeah.
Next on the list is Baby Audio's Baby Comeback. This is an easy-to-use delay plugin. You have your typical delay controls, but you also get a flavor section with 4 flavors, and these adjust the character of the plugin. There's wide, analog, saucy, and cheap, and each one of those makes the plugin sound different, so it's kind of like having 4 delay plugins in one. It also features a ducker knob, and this ducks the delayed signal while your input signal is playing. You can get Baby Audio's Baby Comeback on both Windows and Mac.
There ain't no telling with you. There ain't no telling where you're at.
Here's another classic EQ plugin. This is Coffee the Pun from Acustica Audio. This is a free Pultec style EQ and preamp plugin. It can shine on vocals, drums, especially the snare drum and the whole drum bus, bass, acoustic guitars, and pianos. It's available on Windows and Mac, and you must install it through their free Aquarius assistant. Next up is Ozone Imager from iZotope. This is actually the image module from iZotope's Ozone plugin. Imager will allow you to transform mono sounds to stereo, and it will also help you to widen your mixes and your tracks. It's extremely easy to use and provides great visualizations. You can get Ozone Imager on Mac and Windows. The next free VST effect plugin is Saturation Knob from Softtube. It doesn't get much easier than this. You have the saturation knob, and then you have a switch to select the saturation type. Keep high will keep the highs relatively intact but saturate more of the lower end, and keep low keeps the low end intact while saturating the highs. And then you have neutral, which is going to saturate it all. You can get Softtube saturation knob on Windows and Mac. And here's another great free EQ plugin. This is Slick EQ from Tokyo Dawn Lab. This is a very easy to use and great sounding EQ plugin. It can be used in pretty much any situation. It has a nice clean sound to go with the clean interface. You can get Slick EQ on Windows and Mac. Now, if you want to check out 50 of the best free VST instrument plugins, click up here, or click down here to see what YouTube recommends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.